Hello, today, as you'll be aware, is Black Friday, a day which was started in America. It's the day following Thanksgiving, and people are encouraged to go out and buy bargains. A year or two back in this country, some £7,500 was spent per second on Black Friday, and of course now it's extended to many weeks before the actual day itself. But alongside that, and in protest against it, coming from Canada, is Buy Nothing Day, when we're encouraged to think about the retail industry, and particularly about the way in which people's working conditions are unjust and unfair and unhealthy. Children are made to work when they should be enjoying childhood. Adults are paid very low wages. People's health is affected by poor working conditions. The retail industry, in some respects, depends upon the exploitation of people's freedom to choose their work and to work in ways that are not bad for them. And so Buy Nothing Day involves, for some people, blocking up checkout points in supermarkets, going round with empty trolleys, in some cases cutting up their credit cards in a very public way. I would rather, because I do support Buy Nothing Day. I think it's true that the retail industry needs reform, but I would rather work in a more subtle way, and so I'm going to recommend to you during Advent that you follow an organisation called Transform Trade and its Advent calendar. Transform Trade exists to try and improve the working conditions of people, particularly in parts of the world where cheap goods are produced, and in other ways too, to make the global trading system more just and equitable. And they've produced this Advent calendar where on each day in Advent they produce an idea as to how we can campaign for that kind of justice. But I also want to make my own private protest, I think, by just remembering to try and be content with what I've got, not to give in to the advertising which suggests that I would be much happier if I bought this, that or the other, because it's just not true. And yet it is sometimes hard to resist and just to realise that actually contentment doesn't come from our possessions. I know for some people where they live in comparative poverty, possessions are crucial to their happiness, to their basic well-being. But for those of us who live in a more affluent way, we've probably got plenty already, and getting more isn't going to make us any happier. And so today I'm just going to try and remember on this Buy Nothing Day just to be content with what I've got.